Hello, and welcome to Pharmacist Answers. I'm Cynthia, and I will be your host. You're listening to my Periscope broadcast turned podcast. Hope you enjoy. Today, we're gonna. I've still got some topics about the liver today. This week I've told you some things about the liver and all the important things that it does for you. We started out with how it helps with digestion and the fact that your liver makes bile, helps your intestines digest and break down fats that then go back to the liver to be broken down even more. And so, and that breakdown process then of changing it into something useful, that's called metabolism. So then today we're going to talk about how your liver helps you store those energy sources until you need them, because obviously you're not eating all the time. So there are times when you're not actually putting food down the hatch for your body to use immediately as energy, that you still need energy, like when you're sleeping. So because your body still does processes and requires energy when you're sleeping, and so you can't eat at the same time. So your liver holds on to those energy sources until it needs it, and then can give it back to the body for the body to be able to use. One of those energy sources we talked about was the glucose. The glucose is a form of sugar, so the carbohydrates get broken down into glucose, get used in the body. If there's more glucose than the body needs, then the insulin that tells the cells of your body to let it in the door to be used, that insulin tells the liver cells to start linking them together into a long chain of all of these glucose molecules, and that long chain is called glycogen. The glycogen is just stored up in the liver, and then when the body runs out of the original source of glucose that it got the first time after you ate, then it sends a signal to the liver to then say, hey, we need some more glucose, and then it chops up the glycogen into the little glucose pieces again and sends it out where it needs it. The other energy source that we talked about yesterday is the fats or the fatty acids, and your body also stores those in different size groups for storage. If the liver gets overwhelmed with fat, like I talked yesterday, then it says, oh, I don't have enough room for this, and it starts sending it out to other parts of the body and just says, hey, can you hold this for me because I don't have any more room? And that's how you end up with fat deposits on your body in places that you probably don't really want them. And then with that fat, there's certain vitamins that you eat from your diet that like to hang out in fat. And that those vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. And because they like to hang out in fat more than they like to hang out with water, they'll hang out with that fat in the liver and then go wherever that fat the liver sends it. Another important vitamin that your liver helps save for you until it's needed is vitamin B12. You hear a lot about vitamin B12 with it being needed to help boost your energy if you're feeling really tired. And if you are low on vitamin B12, then you can have a certain type of anemia, which anemia is categorized and classified by having really low energy because your blood doesn't have what it needs to get oxygen. Oxygen is the main thing that your cells use. So if they don't have the oxygen, then they don't have the right resources to create energy for all the things, so you end up tired. So vitamin B12, very important. Your liver holds on to that until you need more of it for your blood circulation to keep your energy and your oxygen levels up. And then two of the minerals, that vitamins and minerals are the things that are in your multivitamin in all different amounts. But iron and copper are two, yes, they are metals. They're elements on the periodic table, but your body uses them in teeny tiny amounts. Iron more so than copper for certain processes, and so your liver will hold on to those until you need it. Iron is another thing that if you're low on iron, your blood cells don't have the right things to put it together to hold the oxygen, so you feel tired. That's also why if you actually eat liver has a more metallic taste than other types of meat because it holds on to those metals until your body needs to use them. So there's a brief description of how your liver stores things for you based on the things that you eat, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes so you don't miss an episode. You can find the show notes at pharmacistanswershere.wordpress.com. If you want to join the conversation live, follow me on Periscope at Cyn Hendrix, CYNHENDRIX. You can also share your questions and comments with me on Twitter at Cyn Hendrix or email the podcast at pharmacistanswershere@gmail.com.